single one of you to outperform yourself. I know you came a long way to get here. From China, Japan, Balkans, USA, you name it. But we got a race to win, and we're gonna build a faster Yugo. No guy from Canada is gonna win. Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back. After a long month of break. The reason why I was gone, it's because I was back in Europe, Bosnia exactly, visiting friends, family. So that was a good time. Made a lot of videos there, but that's for my other Balkan channel. That's the reason why I didn't post anything, even though my work on a Yugo is way ahead than my recording is. But starting today, we're gonna be posting every week. And yeah, like I said, the work is way ahead than my posting is. That being said, I want to thank my sponsors this year. RSB Inc. out of Jacksonville, Florida, 2 years in a row. A Plus Trucking, my buddies and new sponsors this year. Aero Transport, my buddy Swad, my cousin also. Thank you guys for helping me out. Means a lot. That being said, before I left, I've been getting packages, parts, and after I came back, this is what I found. A lot of money, parts, all the way from Japan, China, USA, you name it. Even got scale so I can weigh some of these parts to see the upgrades. Let's open this up and see what we got. Alright, let's start from this end. I got some polyurethane motor mounts made by Osias. One thing that I did to them is they came with a 12 mil bolt that goes through them. They're super expensive, and plus I'm making custom brackets looking like this thanks to Upcountry Fab buddy Alex. He made me these. So what I did is just ran a 1/2 inch drill bit through it, and boom, got some bolts from Menards. Grade A is what I actually got, but these are not. And that way, there you go, cheap bolts, 1/2 inch. All it takes is a 1/2 inch drill bit and just a little bit, and we got success. So these are nice, not much at all. They're polyurethane. I'll be running 3 motor mounts, one on transmission, one on the motor side, timing belt, and one on the back. Alright, next thing up is we got, alright, so this is 4-row radiator that I taped up so I don't bend the fins. You know how easy those things are to bend. So this is the same radiator that I run on my Fiat Busa behind it, and this is a 4-row. I think it's made by ASI or something. Really nice unit, and this is gonna be perfect for my build Yugo. One pull fan I'll be running, and that should take care of my heating problems. I don't have room on that car to run air-to-air intercooler. I don't want it to be seen on the outside. So what I'm going to be running is water to air. Those are not that bad in price. I'll probably get one from Frozen Boost or something like that. Alright, next thing up is what we got is, these came from Balkans, Serbia. They are lower control arms, adjustable with uni-bolt. Original ones have just the rubber bushings, they wear out. So there's a guy in Serbia, Boy Racer Motorsport, I believe he's on YouTube. Great guy, he makes these, and these are really nice. I think these are FAD control arms. Brand new, adjustable, so that's a plus. Alright, these are all brand new polyurethane bushings. for rear control arms on the Yugo as well. And we got some tie rod. I believe these are for tie rods. Fiat original. Got a couple brand new bolts. So all rear control arm is getting all polyurethane bushings. Alright, so these are laser cut braces for rear control arms on Yugo as well. These are weld-ons, and it's a really nice upgrade, especially when you want to build pretty quick Yugo. You want to stiffen up as much as possible, so these will help out. Next thing we got is a 21mm sway bar for the back, for the rear. These cars never came with the sway bar, so this is made by ADCO. I think it's ADDCO or something like that. They used to make them for Yugos. You can still get them. You have to send an email. They're made to order, I believe. I think these are about 350 bucks. So these are specifically made for Yugos. Yugo never came with the rear sway bar, so that's it. Then you get these polyurethane links, bolts, everything you need. Even though I bought this kit from a guy in Oregon, I believe. I bought a lot of parts from him, and he had two, he sold me one. So that's a nice upgrade. Also, I got some Energy sway bar bushings for the front. I'm going to be upgrading to 21mm sway bar on the front. 5-speed Yugos, 91 and up, or 90 and up, had upgraded 21mm sway bar on the front, and the older version had a 19mm, so that's an upgrade. So I got these for the front. I'm relocating the mounts anyway, so that's why I got these. Really nice. Okay, we got some OEM parts for that B18C engine. Camshaft seals. Got a brand new Honda dipstick. These are valve cover. Brand new bolts. I don't even know what we got here. Okay, so here I'm deleting the original OEM catch can for the back for the Honda B18C1 engine. So these are AEN fittings that you screw in, and you can run lines then to your custom catch can, and that's gonna be better looking and performing than a stock catch can it is. Alright, so here we got a competition clutch. We got a flywheel. I never got the flywheel with the motor that I got, but some people say it's 18 pounds, some people say 16 pounds, so I could not get the right answer. I got it, upgraded. I decided to upgrade to competition clutch flywheel. These should be just a little bit over 12 pounds. And for a street driving that I'm going to be doing with this car, not just track, I don't even know if I'm going to hit the track, but I'll have fun with it. You don't want to go under 12 pounds. So that being said, this is like a 12 pounds, about 7 ounces or so. I'm holding it, I guess I should. So 12 pounds, 5 ounces is what this flywheel comes down to. 12 pounds, 5 ounces, and it's going to be a nice upgrade. I decided to stick with 12 pounds. Anything under 12 pounds, that engine will rev quicker, but it'll also, RPM will drop quicker. You have to shift faster and whatnot, so I decided to stick with 12 pounds, and that should take care of it. Alright, we got competition clutch. This is a stage 4 6-buck. These are really good clutches. I've used them before. These are really good clutches. I've used them before. I'm old school. I'm used to ACT clutch, but then there's also ACT I've used for years. Later on, then I switched to South Band. So South Band competition, you can't go wrong. This is a stage 4. It should handle my power that I'm gonna be pushing, the torque and everything. So I still left them in the package. They're all oiled up and greased up so this doesn't rust. God knows we have such a bad humidity here in Iowa. You got a brand new throwout bearing. Even though I had bad experience with aftermarket throwout bearings. I'm not kidding. I've used ACT, I've used South Bend, I've used competition bearings. They do not last long. I don't know why. I'm not saying this is gonna be a bad one, but I just had no luck. So what I've been using is OEM bearings. If you can find OEM bearings from, doesn't matter if you're working on a Mitsubishi, Hondas, whatnot, I would recommend you use OEM bearings. They last longer. So I don't know what the reason is. I just didn't have luck with aftermarket bearings. So, alright, let's move on. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so I got some ARP head bolts for cylinder head bolts, Acura Vtec B18C1. I'm gonna be running boost, through that engine. It's gonna be boosted, of course. Forced pistons and rods, which I didn't get yet. I'm waiting to open that motor up. Then I'll order, see the sizes, what I need. So ARP head studs, the way to go. These are reusable too, so why not? Alright, next thing we're gonna do is, all the way from Japan, I got JDM Type R Harmonic Balancer. Not really Harmonic Balancer. Harmonic Balancer is what you call the one with the rubber insert. This is just like a pulley, but a lot of Honda guys have been using these and they've been good. So I want to weigh this up. This is OEM stock from their motor that I pulled out, and I want to be switching to single belt just because I don't need all this mass, and it'll give me a clearance, better clearance. We are at 5 pounds 11 ounces. Alright, let's weigh this one up. This is a made in Japan OEM from Honda Type R. Part number is I'm not sure what the part number is. Which one is part number? 13811-PCT. This is balanced from the factory. We are at 1 pound 12 ounces. 5 pounds 11 ounces. So yeah, we're about 4 pounds lighter, almost. That should help out. Balanced, all good to go. Alright. What we got here? We got some, I believe these are intake manifold, brand new studs, extended studs, extended exhaust manifold studs as well, all stainless steel. Got the battery relocating kit. Battery is gonna go in the trunk, this car. And we got, made by Skunk, 70mm throttle body. Look at all these stickers you get. Alright, so I talked to a lot of guys that boost Hondas, whatnot, Acuras. Oh look, you even get bolts. I didn't think you get bolts. I'm glad I opened this up. I haven't even opened this up, so I guess you do get bolts. I just wish they were stainless steel. These will probably rust out, so I might have to upgrade. You get the gasket, big throttle body. A lot of guys push a lot of boost through these, and they work really nice. Huge throttle bodies, 70 mil. Of course, you don't get the sensors, but I got my own sensors. So I'm gonna weigh this. I'm gonna put it right here so we can weigh at it. All right, so that's really nice. Skunk, I don't even know where they made. I'm sure everything is made in China these days, honestly. It's hard to find a part that's not made in China anymore. Even on my semi truck, last one I sold, I had a, what's the whole set, HOL-SET turbocharger that used to be made in, I believe, South Carolina. Now there's a sticker on it that says made in China. I don't know if they're rebuilt in China or not, but not even name brand turbos you can't find that they're not built in China or rebuilt in China and whatnot. So, all right, next thing up, we got Skunk Racing 2. This is a, I opened these boxes up, some of these, I just couldn't wait. As soon as I landed, I got to my garage and I had to look. I opened some things up, some I didn't. This is one of the things that I did. And this is an 8 intake manifold. Skunk 2 Pro Series. I just want to weigh these up and see, comparing to the stock. Alright, let's see. Alright. I'm going to add that throttle body to it. We're at 10 pounds, 8 ounces throttle body and all the bolts. So I think it's a really nice unit. Yeah, you don't get all the sensors, whatnot, but like I said, before I ordered all these parts, I talked to guys that run these engines, put a lot of boost through them. They told me get this brand, it's a good brand, so it's what I went with. As you know, some of you know I'm a Mitsubishi guy, so Honda is all new to me, but an engine is an engine. I can build any engine pretty much. I've done it before, but when it comes to tuning and stuff, Honda is new to me. So now I forgot, oh, I think we're at 10 pounds. I want to weigh this stock intake manifold again. We're gonna take some weight off for the sensors and whatnot, but we are at 20 pounds. 20 pounds, 11 ounces. I don't know, I'm gonna say let's take a half a pound. We got 1 sensor, 2 sensors, 3, I don't know, let's take a whole pound. So we're about 9 pounds lighter with that setup, other than these intake manifolds have some kind of butterflies inside, like the JDM Mitsubishi 4G63 Cyclone intake manifold has butterflies as well. So we're gonna take a half pound, so we're still about 9 pounds lighter. All right, now last thing we got is this intake manifold still leaking oil. Crap, better leave that here. Don't make a mess. All right, last thing we got, straight from China. I kid you not. This is a PSR turbocharger that I got from China. The reason why, these are not really cheap. They run about $650, $700. I know a lot of guys been running these turbochargers for years. I know a shop here in Iowa that puts a lot of these turbos on the built cars they do for customers. They said they're really, really good turbos, have a good warranty, and like again, there's a lot of turbos and parts they're built in China. This is a ball bearing. I opened this up and I closed it last night, I believe. All right, it's got the hot side, it's got the T3 63 hot side. This is a ball bearing ARS 0.60. I forgot what the specs are actually in this turbo. Let's see, I think there's a tag somewhere that tells you what we got here. Blah blah blah, T3 open inlet, V-band outlet. Okay, here are some specs in this. I better close this up. 63AR T3 V-band, CW 8 plus, 5471 mil for a cold side. So this is gonna be just enough what I need for my horsepower goals that I'm gonna be running. And I did a lot of research before I order it. This should be just enough for what I needed. Alright, so you got oil restrictor. This being a ball bearing, these don't need much oil at all. Like a really small amount of oil pressure is what you want through these turbos. So you get a nice restrictor, V-band clamp for exhaust side, T3 gasket as well, oil return. I gotta come up with some kind of hoses to cool this thing down because this is a water-cooled turbo. So close this up. I'm gonna run coolant through it, keep it cool. It's water-cooled. I've seen guys that just block these passages off and whatnot. It's oiled up, ready to go. So yeah, straight from China. Believe it or not, I got it in like 4 days. It's a shipped DHL Express. 3 or 4 days it came after I ordered it, and they have such a good warranty, such a good customer service. The reviews are amazing on it. Is why I decided to go. And this is some instructions. You get instructions with it too. Starting the engine, turbo must be pre-oiled. Pour clean oil in the oil feed, of course, before. Recommended size, journal bearings 4N, ball bearing. Oh, look at that. In all ball bearing applications, seeing more than 60 psi. Hot oil pressure. The oil pressure after the restrictor must be measured by a gauge. Use a T and should be between 40 to 45 psi for optimal performance. Journal bearings should not have restrictions. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so yeah, 40 to 45 psi should be for ball bearing turbos. I know they don't need much oil pressure. Oil pressure after restrictor 40-45 psi. So when I got an actual gauge that I'm gonna measure oil pressure just because don't want it to blow up, because ball bearings need less oil pressure than journal bearing does. Journal bearings, all the ones I've been messing with, they like about 60-65 psi. That's even on my semi truck, that's what Holset likes, and they don't have restrictor at all. So that's it. Now I just gotta clean this mess up and go to work. Those are all the parts I got. Those are all the parts I got, and now I just gotta go change and start welding. Got a welding. That's what I've been doing a lot lately, is just welding, working on that Yugo. That being said, hopefully you like this video. If you do, please like, share, subscribe. Peace out. See you next time, where I'm gonna be actually working on that thing.